Hey, and welcome to video number 7. We're going to be talking about how you can become more self-accountable, meaning how you can be able to, push forward with your projects, finish your tasks without having really to have somebody else over your shoulder all the time. Now, while I do mention that you need an accountability partner, this will enable you to kind of get your mind organized and get yourself going. So what I'm about to show you is a spreadsheet that you can create on your own. It's not really complex at all, but it definitely makes a difference in terms of getting your tasks done and making sure that you are accountable to yourself. So to get started, what you need to do is open up a spreadsheet. Doesn't matter what program you use. You can use Google Docs if you want, Excel, or OpenOffice. In this example, I'm using Excel, and what I've done is I'm creating a project, and what I mean by project is they're smaller tasks that are broken down into even smaller tasks. And the reason for this is that if you break your tasks and your projects down into smaller tasks, what that will do is it'll enable you to check things off your list. And I guarantee you, when you check things off your list, you will feel less overwhelmed and you will feel like you are accomplishing things and you're being productive. So that's the beauty of breaking down your tasks. Then while your mindset is beginning to change for the right reasons, your surroundings and you're beginning to organize things, you will be able to do phenomenal things and get things done at a phenomenal pace. So what we have here is a column called project, and it's really not complicated at all. So feel free to pause this video and type up the spreadsheet. So project, description of what needs to be done, the time that you spend on that project that day. So this could change, at different times. And then we've got deadline and then done. So if it's done, you check it or say yes or no. If it's a deadline, put the date of the deadline in there. And then what you do is, when I say project, what you probably want to do is think about, okay, what can I get done today? Project doesn't necessarily mean I need to finish a piece of software. Like, what does it entail in terms of the development of a piece of software? Or let's say you are creating a sales letter for your site to promote your product. You could say that you could put down project is a sales letter. And actually what you want to do is bold this here. Project, I usually turn it red, and then put the tasks below this point. So for example, you might want to research audience, problems, find facts and statistics, create headline, subheadline. And it really doesn't have to go too deep. It really depends on you. If you want to, if today is your day where you're creating the sales letter and you're trying to be realistic about it, then you should break it down as much as possible. But don't break it down to the point where, you've got a list of 20 things to do today. So what you probably want to do is break it down, sales letter, research, could be one thing. Create headline, and then go from there and create sales letter. Get somebody to proofread it. Outsource. And what I like to do is, if I do outsource something, I want to put it down, but I'll put a thing here and then I'll say something like send this to like Jim or something. So I'll send that to Jim and I'll say awaiting response from Jim. And what I'll do is I'll go through the process, creating the sales letter, and I'll say, okay, research what needs to be done. I'll need to research the audience, research the problems that they face, and how my things like that, etc., etc. And then at the end of the day, I'll put the time spent. So if I spent like 2 hours, I'll be legit about this, like 2.3 hours or something, or 2 hours and 20 minutes. And then the deadline, I'll try to put, okay, I'll try to get this done by tomorrow. And then done, you don't have to put anything there. The purpose of this is so that the next time you do this, it'll be easier for you. So what you're basically doing is you're creating a template for yourself. And like, if this is an ongoing thing, if I'm creating sales letters upon sales letters, or even if I'm going to create a sales letter a month from now, I have a better idea as to how long it takes for me to do this. And I can definitely turn it into a game and try to speed the process up and make things faster. So from that point, if I want to make another project, let's say beta testers for software, stuff like that, and go from there. And make sure you highlight the project in red, and then put the tasks below that. You can turn that into other colors. I just keep it black, but you can turn it into other colors. So you can color code it any way you want, as long as you understand what the spreadsheet does. And what this does is basically enables you to be more self-accountable to yourself. To be accountable to yourself, so that next time you do it, it's just going to make life so much easier. You're going to be able to speed things up a lot faster. And if you do have an accountability partner or a coach, you can send this to them, or you can even put it on Google Docs so that they can see it and share it with them, so that they can see it and tell you, hey, you need to hurry up, or you're doing a great job, and things like that. So it's definitely good to have encouragement, but this definitely helps you be more accountable to yourself, so that you really don't need as much encouragement as much. So that way in the future, you can definitely move forward and get things done at a quicker pace. And with the right mindset, you'll be able to do phenomenal things.